The Federation of Nigeria Mining Host Communities, with support from Global Rights, are working to strengthen the capacity of groups in mining areas on how to hold companies to their responsibilities to host communities. The group made this known at the Federation of Nigeria Mining Host Communities National Convention with the theme Strengthening Social Safeguards, Environmental and Socio-Economic Stability of Mining Host Communities in Nigeria. The aim of the event, which featured critical conversations, served the dual purpose of capacity building for members of the Federation and the inauguration of the steering committee for the Federation. Dr. Dauda Garuba, the keynote speaker in his address, titled Making Nigeria's Mineral Resources Work for Nigerians, a Constitutional Imperative, said it was time to change the narrative in the sector to work for the good of the people.
Over time, we've been so obsessed with oil and gas, and despite the fact that we started from mining back in 1902 or 1903, we have quite a lot of resources that come from oil and gas, but unfortunately, we've not been doing well as a country in terms of how we've managed the resources in oil and gas. And now that there is wind of change currently blowing about energy transition, we are also already seeing that despite effort that have been put in place since the 80s to get mining off the ground, we've seen a new law, we've seen regulations, we've seen a lot of roadmap how to transit this, but not much has happened in terms of making Nigeria a destination for mining business.
This is why it is important that CSOs rise to the occasion. Let them begin to look at it. I think there was a time we made a resolve that even the community development agreement that they sign must be written in the local languages of the people so that the people will know what they are appending their signatures onto. And it's not that the thing will just be done in the King's Palace or anything. The community people will be represented. The stakeholders, all of them must be represented so that we can have a truly written agreement between the host communities and the miners.
Look, in my town now, Igaukutu, because of the big company, minor big companies around our area there, calling Ibeshe cement factory. It's spoiled many things in my village, my areas, because of the oil pollution, that is pollution coming from there, touch all our crosses, like cocoa, kaju, and others. I want government to help us because we are suffering in all rural areas.
Programs Manager Global Rights said so far what the nation has been doing in the extractive sector is robbing Peter to pay Paul.
In the attempt to explore natural resources for, of course, for revenue and the rest, we end up putting people's lives in those communities at risk. We end up exposing them to vulnerability. Mining other solid minerals at the detriment of the water itself, because we mine these minerals, put this industrial waste back into the rivers, into the waters, and then we are losing water, which is a key natural resource. And so these are some of the conversations that are beginning to go on to see how best we can make the lives of the people better. And it was because of all of this that Global Rights decided to bring together the interest of these mining host communities across Nigeria to be able to strengthen their capacity to engage and collectively struggle and demand for what is theirs. And that is what has led to the formation of the Federation of Nigeria Mining Host Communities, to have this mining host community band together to push their agenda